object that we're seeing on the screen, and I'm gonna add in the custom shader. For that, I'm gonna go to the materials. This is the shader that I've created. I'm gonna drag and drop it on the object, and this is what it looks like. Now, to give you an idea of the texture that I went for, it's not just the lines, but I've also etched a texture on this. Let me get a good angle. Yeah. So this, if seen close, this is what the texture looks like. This is a generative AI produced, a DALL-E produced texture normal that I went for to give depth to the whole shader. And now I'm gonna explain the custom metallic shader created in Unreal Engine, which produces this etched reflective surface with metallic and emissive properties. I'm gonna walk you through each node and explain the purpose behind each node to give a clearer picture of how the material works. Additionally, I'm gonna also uh, tell you why I have used certain nodes and what the special part about that is. So starting with the texture sample node, this is the first key element in the shader. This node holds our primary etched pattern texture, which introduces the intricate line sort of a design across the material. This pattern was generated using DALL-E with the help of an LLM, which serves as the base visual detail on the metallic structure. Moving on, next to give it a pattern, give the pattern a unique color. I added a pinkish color as the base tone using this node, and I also converted it into parameter so that if I want to change it in the future, I can directly go to the right hand side of the window and change the color then and there. I have blended the etched texture using with this color using the multiply node, resulting into a tinted pattern sort of an effect across the surface. Although this isn't a standalone base color node, this combination um, gives this sort of an effect. Coming on to the intensity node, I wanted to control the brightness and visibility of the etched pattern. That is why I used this parameter. This is parameter is to uh, basically change the brightness and visibility. I can show you how it changes. Just I have changed this into 20, and see it's starting to uh, glow a lot more. So this is how I can change. See, this is how I can change the intensity, the brightness of the etched pattern. Um, this is fed into another multiply node, allowing us to adjust the overall intensity. This setup provides flexibility to either highlight or subdue the edge details based on the desired effect. Also, I have done the same treatment to this edged node. That is, I have converted this into the into parameters so that I can change it later on and don't have to come here to change the value. Moving on to the metallic properties, I have a few reasons on why I have used particular numbers. So for the metallic component, I have set it, metallic value is set to 1 because I wanted to give it a fully metallic quality, so that the material sort of behaves like a metal when it comes to reflective light from its environment, etc. The specular property is set to zero point 0.5. This sort of provides balanced reflectivity. The mid-range value keeps the surface reflective without making it overly shiny. Talking about roughness, I wanted to give it metallic sort of an effect. That's why I didn't want it to be a super rough material. That's why the roughness is set really low to 0.25. Moving on to the normal maps for depth. To give the surface a depth, I have used two different normal maps in this structure, in the shader, each contributing to unique height and direction information to the edged pattern. I have also downloaded these through LLMs. So these normal maps are blended together to get using blend angle corrected normals. I used this because these two are not vectors, and multiply node only works with vectors. So because of this reason, I used blend angle corrected normals, which gives us the similar effect. Um, this creates a more layered, complex look, adding depth and making the etching appear a lot more three-dimensional. Now, I will in later part tell you how I achieved etching and not embossing it. So first of all, before that, after blending the normal maps, the combined normal data passes through the flattened normal node. This reduces the overall intensity of the normals, preventing the edged lines from looking too sharp or exaggerated. It ensures the depth effect remains balanced. So this is the reason of that. I have also added intensity nodes for the same reason as above and also made it parameter. And this is one minus node. Now what this does is if you want to choose an embossed look, then you don't have to do this. And if you want to choose an edged look, then you need to do this, and then it will give sort of an edged look. So this is the whole reason behind walkthrough behind all these nodes that I used. Moving on to certain last values that I set. I set the ambient occlusion to 1. This setting basically makes the etched pattern look more realistic and give an additional depth, okay, to the surface. So that is the reason I set it to 1. This is all about the customized metallic shader that I made.